things going to change with the Supreme Court's authority and makeup? Well, that'll ultimately be up to the president and Congress, but in the meantime, the White House has posted the nearly 300-page final report that was unanimously agreed to by the 34-member bipartisan panel of legal scholars and independent experts who have been reviewing all kinds of possible changes to the Supreme Court by order of the president. Now, I told you this report was coming in this video that I posted back in October. Now, before I tell you what's in the report, let me say this report does not give the president or Congress any specific recommendations on what they should do. The report simply reviews several reform proposals that have been floating around, gives the history of each of them, the legal analysis for each of them, and the arguments both for and against each of them. It is also important to know the Constitution does not specify how many justices should sit on the court. It only establishes one Supreme Court. The only specific person actually identified in the Constitution is the Chief Justice. At the same time, the Constitution gives Congress the authority to make all laws that are necessary and proper to carry out the powers given to Congress under the Constitution. And it's under that specific clause that Congress, since the 1800s, has changed the size and scope of the court and the federal judiciary. Of course, you also know the Constitution gives the president, with advice and consent from the Senate, the power to nominate federal judges, including Supreme Court justices. So, what SCOTUS changes did this particular panel explore? Well, the panel talks about a lot of different potential reforms, from the idea of adding more justices, to rotating the court's membership, to implementing term limits or a mandatory retirement age, limiting the authority of the court to only hear certain types of cases, giving Congress the ability maybe to override a Supreme Court ruling about a piece of its legislation. It talks about the perceived lack of transparency on the high court and explores the idea of maybe putting cameras in the courtroom during oral arguments. Now, if anything changes for the Supreme Court, as I said, it'll be up to the president and Congress to make those changes. And trust me, if that's even in the realm of possibilities, you're going to be hearing about it. And of course, I'm going to be covering it.